There is a quiet but growing conversation happening among men today, one that often starts in whispers or private Google searches at midnight. It's the conversation about declining libido, about the moments when desire fades, when energy dips, and when you start to feel like a version of yourself that is just slightly out of sync. It's not always dramatic or sudden. Sometimes it's subtle, a lost spark, a longer recovery time, a disconnect between how you want to feel and how you actually do. And for many men, especially after 30, 40, or 50, it's a reality that arrives with confusion, even shame. But here's the truth. This experience is common, and more importantly, it's reversible, especially when you approach it the right way. Libido isn't just about sex. It's about vitality, confidence, emotional connection, and overall well-being. When your sex drive is low, it's often a sign that something deeper needs attention: your hormones, your circulation, your stress levels, or even your diet. And while many products on the market promise quick fixes in the form of flashy pills or unregulated boosters, the most powerful solutions are often found in nature. These natural boosters don't override your system, they support it. They don't mask symptoms, they rebuild the foundation. And when used consistently and mindfully, they can restore what once felt lost. So what really works? The first and perhaps most well-known natural libido booster is maca root. Grown in the mountains of Peru, this humble root has been used for centuries not only to improve stamina and endurance, but also to enhance desire and fertility. Modern research has begun to back up what traditional cultures have known all along. Maca has a direct effect on libido, but what makes it particularly interesting is that it doesn't work by altering hormone levels like testosterone. Instead, it seems to act on the hypothalamus-pituitary axis, the part of your brain that controls the hormonal signals sent throughout your body. The result: better mood, increased energy, and a noticeable lift in sexual desire over time. Another powerful plant-based ally is tongkat ali, sometimes called longjack. Native to Southeast Asia, tongkat ali has become increasingly popular in men as health circles for its ability to naturally support testosterone levels. Unlike synthetic testosterone therapies that come with risks and side effects, tongkat ali encourages your body to produce more of its own testosterone, while reducing the effects of stress-related hormone imbalances, especially the rise of cortisol, the hormone that steals your energy and your sex drive. Men who use tongkat ali regularly often report improved libido, stronger performance, and better overall motivation, not just in the bedroom, but in life. But libido doesn't live in isolation. It's tightly interwoven with your cardiovascular system. Without proper blood flow, arousal becomes more difficult and stamina drops. That's where natural nitric oxide boosters like beetroot and pomegranate come into play. These aren't just trendy health foods, they're functional tools for better performance. Nitric oxide helps your blood vessels relax and expand, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to flow throughout your body. The result is improved circulation, better erections, and increased endurance. Pomegranate, in particular, has been shown in studies to increase testosterone levels and improve mood, making it a double threat in the quest for better intimacy. And still, no conversation about natural libido boosters would be complete without addressing the mind. Stress, anxiety, and emotional disconnection are some of the biggest libido killers, not just for a night, but over time. That's why adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha are so crucial. Ashwagandha helps your body manage stress more effectively, reducing cortisol and promoting balance in your nervous system. For men who feel drained, disconnected, or chronically stressed, this ancient root can be a turning point. It doesn't just make you feel calmer. It helps restore the internal chemistry that allows your desire to return naturally. These natural solutions don't work instantly, but they do work. And they work by supporting your body's own intelligence, not by forcing it into artificial responses. They enhance energy, balance hormones, support blood flow, and calm the nervous system, all of which are essential to a healthy, thriving libido. But here is something most men overlook. The best results come when these natural tools are combined with consistent lifestyle habits. Without good sleep, regular movement, clean nutrition, and emotional connection, even the most powerful supplement will fall short. Think of it like this: natural libido boosters are amplifiers, not miracle workers. They amplify what you already have, what you already do. So if your body is constantly running on stress, sugar, and 5 hours of sleep, even the best herbs and superfoods can only do so much. But when you give your body the right conditions, hydration, movement, rest, and emotional connection, these natural allies step in and elevate everything. Let's go a little deeper into the foods and nutrients that truly make a difference. Take dark chocolate, for instance. You might have heard of it as an aphrodisiac, but it's more than that. It's a potent source of flavonoids, compounds that improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and boost nitric oxide production. Dark chocolate also promotes the release of serotonin and dopamine, neurotransmitters that play a direct role in pleasure and desire. But don't confuse this with a sugary candy bar. We're talking about 70% cacao and higher pure, bitter, and deeply nourishing. Then there are healthy fats, another essential piece of the libido puzzle. Testosterone, your key male hormone, is made from cholesterol. If your diet is too low in fat or full of the wrong fats, your hormone production can suffer. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like wild salmon, walnuts, flax seeds, and avocados, help reduce inflammation and promote hormone balance. These fats support the production of sex hormones and improve blood flow, all necessary for optimal performance and desire. If you've spent years fearing fat because of outdated nutrition advice, now is the time to reintroduce it wisely and purposefully. Next, let's talk about hydration. It sounds basic, but dehydration is one of the sneakiest saboteurs of sexual energy. Even mild dehydration can reduce blood volume and slow circulation, making arousal more difficult and less satisfying. It also impacts mood, energy, and focus, 3 pillars of a healthy sex drive. If you're relying heavily on coffee, soda, or alcohol throughout the day, your body may be struggling behind the scenes. Start simple. Drink more water. Add a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon for natural electrolytes, and you'll be surprised how much sharper and more energized you feel. You might be wondering, where does sleep fit into all of this? The answer: everywhere. Sleep is where your body regenerates testosterone. It's where your nervous system resets and your mind clears. Studies show that even a few nights of poor sleep can drop testosterone levels significantly. It's not just about how many hours you sleep, it's about the quality. Deep, uninterrupted rest fuels your hormones, your mood, and your resilience. No supplement can replace that. If you've been skipping sleep to work late or unwind with screens, know that you're not just robbing your next day, you're sabotaging your long-term vitality. And then there's movement, not hardcore, burnout-inducing exercise, but consistent, balanced movement. Strength training is especially effective for boosting testosterone and libido. It signals your body that you are alive, powerful, and in control. It stimulates the release of endorphins and growth hormones that sharpen your edge in and out of the bedroom. Walking, stretching, lifting, and sweating, these are primal cues to your biology. They say, "I'm ready," and your body responds accordingly. By now, you're starting to see the full picture. Libido isn't a switch you flip. It's a reflection, a mirror of your internal balance. And natural boosters like maca, tongkat ali, ashwagandha, dark chocolate, and healthy fats, they're part of a broader equation, one that includes movement, rest, hydration, nutrition, and emotional well-being. But don't let this feel overwhelming. You don't have to do everything at once. Start small. Choose one food, one habit, or one supplement and make it part of your routine. Watch how your body responds. Pay attention to the signals. Desire is not something you have to chase, it's something you can rebuild, one decision at a time. Here is the truth most men never hear. Your libido isn't broken, it is just waiting for you to reconnect. In a world that pushes constant productivity, endless scrolling, processed meals, and emotional isolation, it's easy to feel disconnected from your own energy and desire. But that desire isn't gone. It's simply been buried under the noise. And when you begin to nourish yourself physically, emotionally, and hormonally, that energy doesn't just come back. It often returns even stronger, deeper, and more grounded than before. You see, libido is one of your body's most primal expressions of life force. When it's strong, you feel motivated, driven, and alive. When it's weak, you feel flat, uninspired, and withdrawn. But it doesn't have to stay that way, and the path back doesn't have to be complicated. It's about coming back to the foundations: real food, real rest, real movement, and natural support. So how do you build this into your life long term? You create rituals, not resolutions. Instead of taking a supplement for a week and forgetting about it, you find a rhythm that works for you. Maybe it's a morning smoothie with maca and cacao. Maybe it's adding avocado and salmon to your weekly meals. Maybe it is turning off your phone an hour before bed and taking ashwagandha to ease your nervous system into deep rest. Maybe it's showing up to lift weights 3 times a week, not to chase aesthetics, but to honor your strength. These small, intentional actions build momentum, and that momentum becomes transformation. One of the most powerful shifts that happens when men commit to their vitality is not just physical, it is mental. You begin to carry yourself differently. You show up to your work, your relationships, and your goals with more clarity, more presence, more power. And when that happens, your libido doesn't just return, it becomes part of a greater sense of confidence and wholeness. Let's not forget the emotional side of all this. Libido is deeply tied to connection, not just with a partner, but with yourself. When you're constantly stressed, emotionally numb, or mentally scattered, desire gets drowned out. But when you start caring for your body and giving it what it truly needs, something shifts. You feel more in tune with yourself, more open, more alive. And from that place, connection becomes natural again, not forced, not scheduled, but genuine. At the end of the day, natural libido boosters are just one part of a much bigger picture. They work best when they're part of a lifestyle, one where you're not chasing youth, but building strength and presence in the body you have right now. And if you felt like your drive has faded, if you've been carrying quiet shame or frustration, know this: there is a path forward, and it doesn't require drastic change or expensive treatments. It begins with understanding, with respect for your biology, with trusting your body's ability to heal and thrive when given the right support. Because this isn't just about having more sex, it's about having more life, more energy, more connection, more fire. And all of that begins not with a pill, but with a decision to return to your body, to your rhythm, and to the natural strength that's always been there waiting for you to come back to it. Your best years aren't behind you. They're ahead if you choose to nourish them starting now.